All right, let's look into the 8th grade performance indicators. These are the ones that actually stepped it up. Something cool or interesting that I've noticed, let me just show you real quick. But whenever you get your role play, you'll notice that they're always going to be in groups of 3 because, PFL has 3 performance indicators worth 24 points each, right? And so a lot of these now have either 3 or 4. So like this one has 2. The 12th grade ones, 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 3 and 4. Some of them have 2, right? And even as you go into like spending, the 4th grade ones always pretty much have 2, except these 2, right? They always have 2, and then all the 8th and 12th grade ones have more. And something that's interesting is that what this probably means is most of the roleplay prompts are going to come from 8th grade and 12th grade, right? And any of them that have 2, you might be able to ignore, and the ones that have 4, you know that one of them isn't really the, more important. It's not going to take precedence over the other, which means it's probably going to be left out, and it's going to be something you address in the prompt itself. 2 years ago for my MCEC, I had earning income, and the specific category or the specific section that I had was 8.5. These were the exact performance indicators I had, and if I look at my ICD, so in DC one from last year, let's see, security deposit, it was this set. Let me see if I can find my other one. So my states roleplay. Let's see. This is my states roleplay from last year. And let's see. Actually, oh no, this is, let's see. Okay, so, oh no. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna have to look a little bit deeper and try and find it. But I do know that my state's roleplay was about phishing. So let me just check managing risk real quick. But the important thing is, like, a thing that makes it a little bit easier for you is you don't need to study every single performance indicator is what that means. You can look at just the ones that have 3 and 4, and that way you can, be more efficient. Okay. This is what I had. These are the set of performance indicators I had for my states roleplay. So I think I'm correct. The ones that have 3, and maybe sometimes there's 4, but I think it's the ones that have 3 are the ones that are going to show up on the roleplay. What it is going to help me do is make my own roleplay prompts. Eventually I'm going to have to run out of the roleplays, right, for PFL. There's so many resources online. So when I start making my own roleplays, this will be extremely helpful. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is earning income 8.1. Alright. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages of working in the same occupation or profession for many years. Compare the education and training requirements for at least 2 careers, and interview a person who is in a career of interest and create a timeline that shows the progression of their education, training, and job experiences. So for this one, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to split this video into 3 parts, so that way it's not going to become super long. So I'm going to address 8.1, 8 for this specific video, and then the next 2 videos I'll address 8.1b and 8.1c. So 8.1a, discuss the advantages and disadvantages. When working a job, it's also important to consider your future career outlook, whether or not you're going to move to a different area of the same career or whether you're going to stay in the same job entirely. When planning out your career when you start it, this is an especially important consideration because it allows you to do better budgeting or better financial outlook in the future. You can be prepared for any sort of circumstance. Also, something that'd be useful to look at is how the career is expected to grow or how the salary of that career is also expected to change. Because some careers just become obsolete after a little bit. This doesn't mean that there's no chance that you're going to make money off of it, but it's probably not the wisest career to go into. This is really important, especially nowadays, because of the rapid advancement of AI. Recently, there's been this one AI called Devin that people are going to say is going to steal software engineering jobs. Certainly, this might not be true, but again, it is an important environmental factor to consider when choosing to change your occupation. But there's also some advantages in staying in the same occupation. What are those advantages? One is potential growth on the work hierarchy. You might start out as an entry level worker, but you're gonna go higher on that chain of command as time goes on and you get promoted, right? You also have a chance to get raises based on seniority and also just pensions in the future. If you stay in the same job for 20, 30 years until you retire, maybe the company has a retirement option which allows you to gain some amount of money called a pension per month. Usually this is reserved for government positions or teaching jobs, but who knows? Maybe your company is also offering one, so it's very important to look out for that. One disadvantage I do want to talk about is the fact that you might be restricting your interests. Maybe you're just doing this job because you're making a lot of money. So what you decide to do is spend maybe 10, 15 years making money, just saving that up, and then pivoting into something that you like. This is what a lot of real estate agents do, including my own father. He worked a software engineering job for a while, and then once he had enough money to realistically just shift into real estate, which he does part-time now, he could use it and do something that he actually likes as well. Not to say that you might not like your job. Maybe this is another way of creating passive income or some sort of secondary income source for any changing circumstances in your life. Who knows? The future is really unpredictable, and staying safe is the best way to protect that. Does that make sense? So that was 8-1. You could definitely include more disadvantages and advantages, but I also felt like I was taking a long time to explain it, so that's why I cut it short. What you could do is create a T-chart for this one, just like advantages, disadvantages, and then go down on a bulleted list that your judge can see. This is important just to keep track of your ideas. Now, of course, I don't have anything like that because I'm doing this like in the spur of the moment, but again, it allows you to organize your thoughts neatly and allow your judge to follow along. Because I'm just speaking, the judge has no map or set of instructions to listen to, right? And it might affect my grading. So make sure you do something to help your judge follow along. And with that, I will see you in the next one for 8-1B.